Okay, here we are. I really wanted to finish up on this video here. Let me move these out a little bit so that and distract from what I'm doing. So there is the finished painting that is a lot more three-dimensional than when I finished the original video. What I did was I realized that I wanted my clouds to be much more three-dimensional. First of all, my old clouds were kind of chopped off right there. It didn't look very natural, so I brought the shadow out further. I touched up a few more little shadowy areas at the bottom of the clouds. That made this big cloud mass come in front of that one. So that's pretty simple. But another thing I did to get more depth in the painting is I went down to the land mass down here. This I wanted to be my furthest away bit of land. That's actually North Bay from where I live here on Cape Cod. So these land masses here are taller and darker, making them, and even coming lower at the bottom from that line. This sandy little sandbar is lower down and the top is higher, so it's making it look closer. Anyway, that was more or less what I did. I think I may have lightened up the lighter area of the clouds just a little bit. I did put in some more pinks and some warm colors in the shadows here because I just wanted to have some more life. I definitely put in some more pinks down in here. So that's pretty much how I ended with this finished result from that previous video. A couple things though I decided to show you. Here's my palette, my store-bought palette of colors. These are golden Open Acrylics. I'm going to put my foot on here so the thing doesn't scoot around while I'm trying to do this, but I've put a little bit of water on this. And normally I use a rag because I don't want to keep using paper towels and throwing things out. So I kind of come along like this, wipe up a good bit of my mixed paints so they don't end up drying in the palette here. And it lets me create a nice neutral base here, an empty background for future mixing. Same thing over here. This one, step on this with my foot. I'm kind of running out of clean paper towel here, but here we go. That's kind of what I wanted to do. This leaves it in a really neutral, with a nice non-busy background for future mixing. I even intentionally am leaving a little of that film of color, just kind of making that a nice neutral background for future mixing. All right, that's about it. Oh yes, one more thing. Paint lid. First I take a little more water, spritz my paints a little bit. A little more spritzing on this one. I'll grab my paint lid. Make sure that the colors are going to line up. See, there's the gray paint from that gray bin. So flipping it over, these will line up. When I travel with these just like this, a full palette. I'll put it in a plastic bag and a little note on top that says, TSA, if you need to remove the lid, please put it back just as it was so the paints don't get mixed. So suppose I were going to put this one on like so. I might have wet purple or paints in here, wet greens in there, and fold it over and we'd have a mess. So I just make sure that my paints are going to line up. The lid, the messes on the lid match the colors in the palette. There we go. This one's all lined up, closing it up. The awesome thing is these paints will now last about 2 weeks. Well, actually 2 to 4 weeks at least. As long as I keep them covered and I don't set my palettes in the sunshine. And that will allow me to spontaneously open up my paints and brushes and do a really quick painting without having to get out a whole palette and squeeze out fresh paints. So here we go. There's kind of a zoom in on this finished painting. There's the cloud mass, and there we have it, folks. I hope this is useful to you. Have a wonderful day. Remember to please share this video and subscribe if you'd like, and touch the notification bell. And hope you'll enjoy me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me on some other future videos. Have a wonderful life until then. Bye-bye.